All right, 1.2, place values and powers of 10. You do not need to copy down that table. That table is in your book. What page is it on, Joshua? Page 6. Okay? Now, so page 6, there you have that table. Don't copy it down. Okay? I've just put it into the notes so I don't have to keep referring to it. I can actually show it to you. Okay? That's another good thing about this program. I can take pieces of your book and go in here and just do everything I want to it. I can sit there and do that. I can mark all over it. Okay? Then all I have to do is whoop, it's gone. Huh? Am I going to edit that part out? Why? That's fun. You know, I can sit here and I can say, Jesse.
I'm on YouTube.
You're on YouTube, see? There you go. All right. Now, what we're talking about today is power of 10. Okay? What power of 10 is this. Okay? 10 to the fourth power. Okay? 10 to the fourth power is a power of 10. Okay? There are very specific rules when we talk about powers of 10. There are shortcuts that we'll talk about a little later that deal with powers of 10. Okay? 10 to the fourth power, written in standard form, is 10,000. Okay? Written in fractional form, as a fraction, is 10,000 over 1. We rarely put 10 to the fourth power as 10,000 over 1. Okay? The place value that actually represents 10,000. Okay? So, all of these you can tell, 10 to the fourth, 10 to the third, 10 to the second, 10 to the first, 10 to the zero power. Now, let's look at this. 10 to the fourth power, I have how many zeros? There's 4 zeros, okay? 10 to the fourth power, there's a 1 with 4 zeros after it, okay? 10 to the third power, 3 zeros, okay? So for every exponent, when it's positive, for every positive exponent with 10 to the something power, you're going to have that many zeros. So, for example, if I had 10 to the seventh power, okay, 10 to the seventh power would be a 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros. Okay? And so that would be 10 million. Okay? Now, if you go back to this, all the positive ones are all here. Okay? 10 to the first is 10. 10 to the second is 100. 10 to the third, 1,000. 10 to the fourth, 10,000. 10 to the fifth, 100,000, so on and so forth. Okay? Now, for our purposes, we're really just dealing with, probably up to 100,000 for the stuff that we're going to look at in this section. Okay? The part that most people struggle with is the decimal part. Okay? The decimal part is down here. Okay? When you start having negative exponents, you start having decimal numbers. Okay? So, let's look at 10 to the negative first power. Okay? Well, 10 to the negative first power is right after 10 to the zero power. 10 to the zero power means 1, or the 1's place value. Okay? 10 to the negative first is the very next place value after that. Well, if we go back to our place value chart from the other day, okay, if we go to our place value chart from the other day, here's 1's. Okay? That is 10 to the zero power. So if we look at this chart and we say, okay, well, here is 10 to the 0, 10 to the first, 10 to the second, 10 to the third, 10 to the fourth, 10 to the fifth, 10 to the sixth, 10 to the seventh, okay, so on and so forth. You will see that we increase it as it goes to the next place value by 1. So, if this is 10 to the 0, then this has to be 10 to the negative first power. This one has to be 10 to the negative second power. Okay, this one has to be 10 to the negative third, so on and so forth. Okay, that's where we are here. Okay, 10 to the second, 10 to the negative first, 10 to the negative second, 10 to the negative third, 10 to the negative fourth. You have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. Okay, so that's the place value. You will also notice that they've given you the fraction. Okay, 1/10 is the same thing as 0.1. Okay, 0.01 is the same thing as 1 over 100 because 0.01 is the hundredths place value. Okay, 0.001 is the thousandths place value, which is 1 over 1,000. Okay, and so there's your place values for your decimals. Okay, now, as you see here, it says look at the exponents. The exponents are positive for numbers greater than 1, and the negatives for numbers less than 1. The exponent for 1 is 0. Okay, because any number raised to 0 power is always 1. Okay, we'll learn more about that in a later section. Now it says, look at the pattern of zeros. For the numbers greater than 1, the exponent tells the number of zeros in the numerator. Okay, top number, numerator. Okay, then it says, for numbers less than 1, the exponent tells the number of zeros in the denominator. Okay, let me erase this right here. Okay, so as we look at -1, I'll erase that and change the color, it's too light. Okay, the -1, there is 1 0. For -2, there's 2 zeros. Okay, you will also notice as we look here, is there a 0? No. Here, there's how many zeros? Well, no, right here, where I'm pointed, 1. So, when you're talking about the decimal, there's 1 less 0 than the exponent. So, when you get to 3, there's two zeros. When you get to 4, there's 3 zeros. But when you talk about the fraction, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, -4. 1, 2, 3, -3. Okay? So there is a difference, and that's why people tend to struggle. They try to make and have, for example, here's what people will do. They'll say 10 to the negative first is 0.01. Okay, they'll say it's 0.01. Because of that, I have to have 1 0. Okay, well, that's wrong. That's not correct. Why is that not correct? Who can tell me why you think that's not correct? That for every exponent we have on the negative, we don't have a 0. Why is that correct? Why do you think that's correct? Tristan, take a guess. Never mind? Huh? Just take a guess. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Ain't no big deal. No, I took a guess, but no, it's got something to do with place values. Celine.
Well, 1, they think it will be only 1 0 because it has a 1 right there, and it would, I lost it.
But why is there only 1? Why is there no 0 in 10 to the negative first power? Why is there? Why is there not 1? In other words, why is it not 10 to the negative first power is 0.01? Why is that the case? Emma?
Because there's only 1 negative, so there's only 1 number.
No, it's a good guess, but no, you are. Okay, let's go back. Let's look at our notes from the other day. Okay, let's look right here. What do the numbers on this side, what place value do the numbers start with right there? No, where the green circle is. Ones. Okay? So on the left side, we start with ones. On the right side, we start with what? Tenths. So we've skipped a place value. Okay? That's why there isn't a zero when you say 10 to the negative first power. Okay? That is why when I say 10 to the negative first power, that is equal to 0.1, is because we skip the ones place value. Okay? We skip the ones place value. That is why that is an equal statement. Okay? It's because we skip, there is not a once. Okay? There's not a ONETHS. Okay? That's why when we put 10 to the negative first power, that there's not a 0.01 instead of 0.1. Okay? It's simply because of that. It's not there, so we can't use it. Okay? Now, let's look at this right here. Expanded form and exponential form. Okay? Let's look at that right there. Expanded form with exponents and exponential form. Those two things are exactly the same. Okay? Those two things are exactly the same. These two words, exponential form and expanded form with exponents. Okay? Those are exactly the same thing. Okay? Yesterday, let's think about yesterday. Let's go down to these examples right here. Yesterday, if I told you to put 2 million in expanded form, what would you have done? You would do the 2 million plus 30,000 plus, you would do something like that, correct? Okay. What we're going to do today is learn expanded form with exponents. Here's how we would do it. We would look at the 2. Okay? There's our 2. What place value is that 2 in? Millions. Okay? Now, here's where you have to think. Okay? How many zeros does a million have in it? 6. So what's my exponent going to be with my power of 10? 6. So you would say 2 times 10 to the 6th power. Okay? Instead of putting 2 million, okay, we take 2 times its place value, millionths, which is 10 to the 6th. Now, is there any other significant digits in here? 0 is not considered a significant digit in this example. No. So that's done. I am done. That's my answer. Okay? That's how you write 2 million, okay, in expanded form with exponents. Okay? Let's look at number 2. Okay? Number 2, right here, this place value is 10 to the negative first. Correct? Okay? So I'm going to take 0 times 10 to the negative first. I'm going to put parentheses around it. We're having trouble with our books and spirals today. Then I'm going to put a plus sign. Okay? Then this is 10 to the negative second power. So I'm going to take 3 times 10 to the negative second power. Okay? Plus, I'm just moving it underneath it so I don't get over the other one. This would be which power? 10 to the what? Negative third power. So that would be 2 times 10 to the negative third power. Plus the last one, which is 1 times 10 to the negative fourth power. Okay? And that's how you write that number, okay, in expanded form with exponents. You will also notice this. How many places behind the 0 is that? 1 place, right? 1 place behind the decimal. That's why it's 10 to the negative first. 2 places behind the decimal, 10 to the negative second. 3 places behind the decimal, 10 to the negative third. 4 places behind, 10 to the negative fourth. Okay? So, for this weekend, no homework. You're lucky. All my other classes have homework. Whoa. Go back and sit down. Go back and sit down. The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you. So no homework for the holiday. Okay? You may go.